Alright, so our first game wasn't the greatest. Looking at the deck, I definitely feel that it probably should be... I think it should be maybe an elf aggro deck first, combo second. And in that particular case, what I also would like to do is lower some of the blue cards that we have, even though they would be the blue cards that I included, Preordaining Impulse, would be more towards a combo build. What I'd sort of like to do is build a good aggro shell first, combo second. Again, Land Grant, we're going to go ahead and get rid of Land Grant. I'd actually still kind of like to try Land Grant. We're actually going to lower, yeah, we're going to lower the mana here a little bit, and we're sort of just going to hope that our elves and whatnot sort of live. The reason for that is because it doesn't need a whole lot of mana to function. The deck is going to be mostly 1 casting cost guys, 2 casting cost guys, and then when those guys pretty much generate mana for you, you don't need a whole lot of land on the table. Did forget some other elves, and so if you watch the first pass at it and you're thinking, where in the hell is Quirn Ranger, I can honestly say I had just forgotten that Quirn Ranger was supposed to be in here. So we're going to add Quirn Ranger. We're also going to go ahead and add Timberwatch Elf. What is the other one? There's another elf that turns a creature, or turns a forest into a XX for the number of elves you have in play. Turn target forest. Target forest. Hellish Branch Bender. It's an XX Tree Folk. Okay, we're going to add this guy. I believe there's also a 4 casting cost elf. No. Even though we are increasing the casting cost of the deck considerably, the deck still has plenty of mana to function with. We still have Priest of Titania, we still have 8 mana elves, we still have Birchlower Rangers and Nettle Sentinels to help us with mana, and especially with Quirn Ranger, Forest and Finhorn Elves. For those of you who have not played with those, that actually generates 4 mana by themselves, by tapping the Forest and the Elf, returning the Forest, untapping the Elf, replaying the Forest, and then tapping them both again for 4 mana. So 3 and 4 mana is not out of the question, again, due to just the sheer amount of mana the elves make. So I'm trying to remember what the name of the creature is. I think what I'm just going to do, I know it costs 2 green and 2 colorless, so I can't remember the name, so I'm just going to manually search for it here. Into 3-3. Here it is. Oh, that's pretty close with the name. We have one more slot, and I'm still not 100% sure about land grants, so we're just going to go ahead and play those just to see how they work out. Again, they weren't that great in the last version. They may not be great in this version either, but we'll give it a try. And maybe in the end they might be cut still. But so we'll head back to the practice room, see if this does any better. We did add a lot more elves. That first game, obviously, I had some problems where I only drew 4 elves total. Obviously, that's not where you want to be with your elf deck, so hopefully this version will fare a little bit better. And we'll see you next time.